This audio guides you through a mindfulness meditation practice, using the breath as the primary object of awareness. Find yourself into a sitting position that allows you to be alert, spine erect but not rigid, and also relaxed. Rest your hands in an easy, effortless way. Take a moment to make any adjustments to your position. And when you are ready to do so, slowly and gently close down your eyes. Allow your awareness now to scan through your body, and wherever possible, soften and release any obvious areas of physical tension. You might notice tension and very consciously relax in the shoulders, the jaw, the forehead. Also soften the hands and relax the belly, allowing it to be soft like a baby's belly. This is a time to allow ourselves to be just as we are in the moment. We're not here to do anything, and we're not trying to change anything. We're simply being here now. So let your mind be spacious and your heart kind and soft as we sit here, just being attentive to what might come up in our own awareness right now. Allow your body to soften and further relax into the posture that you're seated in. Take a deep and full inhale. And as you exhale, feel any tension in these areas now melting away as you relax further into the practice. Because we so easily get lost in thoughts, mindfulness begins with attention to the breath. So using the breath as a primary anchor of awareness helps quiet the mind so that you can be awake to the changing stream of life that moves through you. So as you sit here, start by noticing the fact that you are breathing. It's easy to overlook that the breath continues day and night for our whole life. We get on with our days without really noticing it. But here in this moment, bring your attention to the breath and give it all of your attention. Simply notice that you are breathing right now. You might like to say to yourself, I am breathing. There is no need to control the breath or to grasp or fixate on it. There is no right way of breathing. So with a relaxed, interested attention, discover what the breath is really like as a changing experience of sensations. So noticing the sensations of your breath, from where it enters your body at your nostrils, flowing down through your throat and windpipe, into your chest and your belly, and then back out again the way that it came. Notice how when you breathe in, your body expands to allow the air to fill up in your body. And as you breathe out, it sinks back down. Follow each breath as it flows through your body, noticing where subtle movements occur. Perhaps in your belly, your chest and your shoulders. Keep following the flow of breath and the location of movement until you've noticed all of the places the breath is moving in your body. Follow the full cycle of breath from the first sip of the inhale all the way to the bottom of the exhale. And see if you can become aware of the slight pause in between the two. The pause at the top, in between the in-breath and the out-breath. And the pause at the bottom, in between the out-breath and the in-breath. See if you can be aware of the full cycle of breath. And you will find that the mind naturally drifts off into thoughts sometimes. Thoughts are not the enemy. You do not need to clear your mind of thoughts. Rather, you are developing the capacity to recognize when thoughts are happening without getting lost in the storyline. So when you become aware that you are thinking, you might like to use a soft and friendly mental note just to say thinking, or to simply recognize this is a thought. Then, and without any judgment, pause and reawaken to the moment, this moment, listening to the sounds of the breath, feeling the sensations of the breath that are here. Let the breath be your home base, your place of full presence. So coming back to the inhale and the exhale. And the movement of the breath through your body. Placing all of your awareness on the in-breath and the out-breath. And noticing everything there is to notice about each. And you might notice that there are some differences between each breath. And each breath is unique. So you might be breathing in a steady rhythm, or there might be some variation. If you really pay attention, you might start to notice just how unique each cycle of breath is. Each breath is moving you into a brand new moment. Whatever you do notice about the breath, try to adopt an attitude of acceptance. For there is no right or wrong way to breathe here. Simply watch, listen, and feel your breath in its natural flow. And while you might notice other experiences, like the sounds of passing cars, feelings of being warm or cool, an image of a future event in the mind, or even sensations of hunger. Allow them to be in the background without drawing you away from the here-ness, without drawing you away from this moment. So try to be aware of the difference between being inside a thought and being awake, with your senses open and being present. So just be aware where the mind goes, but with a playful attitude of lightness. You can gently remind yourself you're watching the breath now, and gently but firmly shift your awareness back to the sensations of breathing. You might notice a tendency to want to control or change your breathing, but allow your breath to be just as you find it. Simply observe it and notice it without trying to change anything. This is your time for being, not doing. Let the quality of your attention be light and easy, as if you are floating on a raft on a gently undulating sea, where you're up with one wave and down with the next. You don't control the duration of the wave or the depth between each wave. You have nothing to do, nothing to change or control. You simply lie here, riding the waves, always gently returning to the sensations of the waves of breath flowing through your body. And if any particular sensations become strong and call your attention, allow these sensations, instead of the breath, to become the primary subject of mindfulness. So you might feel heat or chills, or tingling or aching in the body. With a soft, open awareness, allow yourself to just feel the sensations as they are. Notice if they're pleasant or unpleasant. And as you fully attend to them, do they become more intense or do they dissipate? Notice how they change. And when the sensations are no longer a strong experience, return to the mindfulness of breathing and to your moment-to-moment experience of the breath. If you find it difficult to stay with persistent, strong sensations or unpleasant sensations, you might like to breathe with them. So let the breath help you find some balance and openness in the midst of the sensations. Or if they are so unpleasant that you can't be present with any balance or equanimity, then feel free to return to your home base, to your primary place of resting attention, back to your breath once more. And in a similar way, if strong emotions arise, perhaps fear, sadness, happiness, or grief, see if you can practice meeting each experience with a kind and clear presence. So not pushing anything away and not judging and not resisting what is happening. Rather, simply noticing and allowing the experience just as it is. So notice how this emotion feels. Like as sensations in your body. Where do you feel it most strongly? Is it static or moving? And how big is it? As you pay attention, just notice what's happening and let it be just as it is. And with this present, allowing awareness, notice how the emotion changes. Does it become more intense or does it weaken? Perhaps it might change into a different state entirely. And if you find that an emotion is strong or difficult to be with, you might like to breathe with it. And if it feels overwhelming, then simply come back to your breath, back to your home base that allows you to relax back into the present moment. Just gently bringing your awareness back to the anchor of your breath and the physical sensations of movement through the body. So riding the movement of the breath, cycling up and down, in and out, these undulating waves of breath, like the gentle swell and fall of the ocean on a summer's day. So now your mind has had plenty of opportunity to wander off now to sounds and sensations, emotions and to thoughts. And each time we return to our faithful friend and companion, our breath, by bringing our awareness back to the gentle flow of breath through the body. There is no limit to the amount of times and places our awareness can wander off to different times, different places. Whatever happens to pop up in our awareness is entirely unpredictable. And the particular sensations, emotions or thoughts that arise when we practice mindfulness, they're not really important. So just like the outer weather, there is no inherent goodness or badness to these inner states. What matters is our willingness to be awake, regardless of the weather. So holding this non-judgmental attitude about our experience, try to see if it is possible to have a light and friendly approach towards whatever arises. So whether your mind wanders to fear or fantasy, or a sound or sensation, notice in a friendly and easy way, and guide it back to the breath with a quality of lightness. And as this meditation comes to a close, noticing your breath is still happening, still entering and leaving your body in waves, cycle after cycle, still bringing unique movement and qualities with each new cycle of breath, with each new moment. Smile to your breath. And as we close this meditation, you can now relax your attention away from the breath. So you've spent this time intentionally focusing your awareness into the present moment and allowing whatever comes up to come up. So see if you can take forward some of these qualities we've practiced into your day of mindful and friendly acceptance and non-judgmental curiosity. And when you're ready, you can start inviting some movement into your body, wiggling your fingers and toes, stretching in whatever way feels good. Gently opening your eyes now to allow some light in, giving yourself a big hug and being grateful to yourself and your practice.